Tony's talk. Tony's talk. It's Tony's talk. Tony's talk. It's Tony's talk.
And you know how we do it.
Hi everybody, this is Ana E. Y yo soy la Muñeca. Listen to my new single Notice, streaming on all platforms. Let me know what you think at anae.music. That's ANAE.music. And you're listening to Tony's Talk.
Baby, don't take advantage. Give me balance, not too fast. Show some manners. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Give me balance, slow it down. You can't have it. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Keep it in balance. Crazy acting childish. Not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Keep it in balance. Crazy acting childish. Not the one to play with if you didn't notice. I had to take a moment now. Regather my thoughts, you stepping out of bounds. You quick to forgetting that I'm a different breed. Told you I'm a queen, thought you see my crown. Step up, get out my way. Step up, get out my lane. Step back, get out my face. Thought I told you, baby, don't take advantage. Give me balance, not too fast, show some manners. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Give me balance, slow it down, you can't have it. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Keep it in balance, crazy acting childish. Not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Keep it in balance, crazy acting childish. Not the one to play with if you didn't notice. I think you got it twisted. In first relationships, I wanna feel it. Everything that you show me, either got me wanting you more, calling you my homie, gotta fall back, just breathe. Take a second, baby. You want me to fall in? Can you give me what I need? Handle my business, Miss Independent. The way you switching up got me feeling timid. Show some manners. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Give me balance, give me slow it down. You can't have it. I'm not the one to play with if you didn't notice. Crazy acting childish. Stop playing with me, baby. Keep it in balance. Crazy acting childish. Not the one to play with if you didn't notice.
Hey Anna.
Hello, hi.
Hi, thank you for coming on Tony's Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Anna, can you tell the listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Hello. My name is Ana E. I'm 20. I am a recording artist, and lately I've been working on my newest music, and I just put out my first single, which is called Notice.
Notice is a great track. I really enjoyed it. Sounds real good, well put together. Your vocals sound amazing. You know, great track for your first single out there, you know.
Thank you so much.
Anna, can you tell us what first got you into music?
I, from a really young age, have just always, my parents and my grandparents said that I was always humming. As soon as I started talking, I was humming music and little melodies, and my grandpa was like, what's going on? And I think when I was about 6, I had asked my mom to join the choir. So it's just always been a part of me. It's just always something that I've been interested in. And it wasn't until after high school that I finally got to get into a studio and work with other engineers and writers and kind of delve into that world. But before, I was doing performances around my city and kind of working on finding a sound that I was comfortable in. But then I think after, when I started working in a studio, it brought me out of that comfort zone and to find my own sound and to kind of delve into that realm. But it was really interesting. I've loved it.
That's great. So you've been doing it for a long time, you know, the singing, the performing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
you can definitely tell in your music, and you sound great. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Can you tell me who inspired you to make music? Like, if anybody inspired you, you said your mother.
My mom and I are really, really close. She's always been by my side, and she's always stuck with everything that I've done. And as soon as I said, "Mom, this is something that I want to do," she was like, "All right, let's do it." And we've just been doing it together, 100%. And when I had graduated, we kind of came to a plan where, if in a year it's looking like it's not going anywhere, I was like, I will go to college and I'll go to school, and I'll take that route. But right around the end of that year was when I had started working with the studio. So it just kind of all worked out. Everything in my life, it's just been so weird how it has always connected me back to music. No matter what I do, I always end up being drawn back to it. But my mom is my number one supporter and my number one.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I love to
Mhm.
hear that. If you had to describe your music that you create, how would you describe it?
I've been asked this question so many times, and for some reason, I feel like I never have like a perfect answer. But it's a little bit of R&B, a little bit of, I don't know. It's just such a different sound that I'm like, every time I ask like my engineer, I'm like, what genre is this? He's like, I don't know. He's like, it's R&B, it's a little bit electronic, it's a little bit of pop. But honestly, for me, it's just, I don't know. It's just the sound that comes out of what, I don't know.
No, that's
Um,
awesome, bro. That's
yeah.
like it's just who you are and what
Yeah,
you like.
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
what you
some
grew
tracks
up
will sound
listening to and all
different.
that.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you had how would you describe your creative process when you go to write a song or sing a song or whatever?
Mm. When I go to write, at first it was I would hear a track and then I would hear the melody and then I would write around it. But I feel like lately it goes back and forth. Sometimes the melody will come first and then I stick with it and I'm like, and then I form words with it that kind of, I don't know, that kind of go with it. But sometimes I'll have words or phrases that I'm like I feel really passionate about this, and then I'll write a whole thing, and then I'll build the melody around that with the track. But sometimes it'll just be like a movie. Like I think one time it was a movie that I had saw, and I was really, really inspired by it, and then I wrote about it, and it was one of my favorite songs. That I'm like, oh man. But it's just it's a different process every time.
It just depends, right? That's
Hmm.
cool though.
Hmm.
That's awesome how you described it. There's a lot of different ways you could do it, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of different things that can inspire you, and that
Hmm.
the movies do it for you.
Hmm.
Um, ho- who would you like the most to collaborate with if you could collaborate with anybody out there?
If I could collaborate with anybody right now, I've been super interested in this guy. His name is Gus Dapperton. He makes amazing music, and I've just been so obsessed. I think that's like the number one person that I'm like super excited, and would definitely love to work with. I've also been listening to Willow a lot and Joji, and my all-time favorite, Blogtober. They're a band, and I just like to work with those different people. I think, would make my life complete.
I think you can definitely do it. You sound great. I'm pretty sure they would love to work with you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Um, if you could open up a show like a show right now for anybody out there, who would it be?
Ooh, opening up a show. Um, I don't know, like dreaming big. I'm saying maybe like Doja Cat or Ariana Grande. I think that would be like, oh,
Okay.
a dream come true. But I just feel like my music kind of goes into that because it's a lot of about positivity and being appreciate or being happy with yourself and kind of owning your body and owning everything about you. So I feel like they have a lot of music like that, and it would kind of work well with that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
Who
you.
who have you worked with in the past, or if you haven't worked with anybody yet?
I have not worked with anybody yet. I right now, I've been working with this amazing engineer. His name is Raj Well and Avir. Those are kind of the main people that I've been working with in the studio, and tech. But not anybody. I don't know. Everybody I've been working with is so talented, but I don't think anybody big. Like, you know what I mean?
No, no, I
I don't
feel you.
know.
That's cool though. You gotta shout
Yeah,
out your
yeah,
people though.
yeah,
That's cool.
absolutely.
Um, can you tell me what's your favorite song that you've ever written or sang that you like the most?
Hmm. My favorite song. My favorite one that I've ever written is Linda Luna, just because the story behind it and the message about it is one of my favorites. And Notice is probably my favorite to sing because it's super out there. I think it makes every time I hear it or every time I'm singing it, I get really, really positive and I just have a boost of confidence. So that's probably my favorite song to sing.
That's awesome. That's a dope track to notice. I haven't
Thank
heard the other
you.
one yet. I'll be sure to check it out when I get a chance.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's one of the silliest things you've heard people say about you?
Oh, the silliest things. Um, Everybody is always talking about my height. I'm always wearing like really big heels just because I want to be on everybody's eye level. But
Okay.
as soon as I take them off or if I don't have them on, everybody's immediately like, what's going on? But I remember the first time that I didn't wear them for my friend. He's a producer, and I walked in the room and he looks at me. He's like, "What's different?" He's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he looks at my feet and he's like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, that is my head."
That's funny. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's funny. What's one of the most spontaneous things you've ever done?
This most spontaneous. I'm a very nervous person and I'm not super spontaneous. And this is probably super spontaneous to me, but it seems like a normal thing. But talking to people, like going someplace new and like talking to somebody is like really spontaneous. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, mom, I went and talked to this person just randomly. I just walked up to him and started talking. I get super excited about stuff like that because I get really nervous talking in front of anybody. But when I talk in interviews or podcasts, I get really excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Mhm.
No, I feel you because I know how it is. Like when I first started
Mhm.
doing photos, when I was like 17, I first started doing photo shoots, and I
Mhm.
would have to talk to people, and I was always real shy. So like,
Uh-huh.
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling because you get nervous and then all of a sudden you're doing it and you're like, this isn't that bad. But then
Yeah,
you go to do it again and you get nervous.
you think about it too much, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, can you tell me what's your biggest goal in life?
My biggest goal in life. Um, I think my biggest goal in life, I just have this dream every few years and it'll happen and I know it as soon as it's happening, I know exactly what dream it is. But it's just this I see a huge stadium of people and they're all singing this song and I don't know what song it is, but we're all singing it together and it's just this feeling of happiness. And I think that's one of my biggest dreams is that when it happens, I'm gonna know that that's what I've been dreaming about all
Deja
these years.
vu.
Mhm, mhm,
Yeah, that's awesome though. That's cool.
mhm.
I definitely see it happening. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Um, Anna, that's all the questions I really have for you tonight. Do you have anything you would like to share with the listeners out there?
Um, if I could share a little bit, you guys, my new single came out. It is called Notice, and you can find it on Spotify. If you type in Anae La Muñeca, that is Anae, and then La Muñeca, it should pop up. And check out the Mic House. That's my family over there. They're a great studio, amazing space, such beautiful people, and they helped me create that amazing record. If you guys could check them out at the Mic House, that'd be amazing. And if you could check me out on Instagram at Anae dot music. That's ANE dot music. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
All right, thank you, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Hi everyone, this is my song Linda Luna, an unreleased track. Let me know what you guys think at anae.music.
I dreamt of white lights and peace. A child's heart remains in me. Once upon a time, she reached for the sky, wishing she could touch the stars, sending up a prayer. Pero quién le va a romper su corazón? ¿Cuántos sueños le regó a la luna, linda luna llena te llamó? Can you hear me? ¿Cuántos sueños le regó a la luna, linda luna llena te llamó? I hope you
Thank you for tuning in to Tony's Talk, one of the flyest podcasts on the west side. Home of the West Coast Wednesdays. New artists, upcoming artists. Make sure to submit your music to Tony's Talk, because we're really out here trying to support local artists. And if you ain't down for the cause, get lost. West side.